Hi, this is Brian with Paradise Arcade Shop. I just wanted to go over some of the differences that we've put into our 1315 and 1940 boards. We've gone in and done some custom programming. There were some features that were on the 1315 that are now on the 1940 and vice versa. So let me go over a couple of things. First off, trackball support, which was never present on the 1940. We have now activated and gotten that going with all the trackball games that are there. This required some modifications to some of the script and code on the boards. We also did something with the 1940 boards that was never there before, and this is actually a feature that I very much appreciate. So previously, if you were to take a game like let's say 1941 and put that up on the screen, with the 1940 board, what you would see is the image would be stretched out the full width of the screen, and so you actually would be playing a game that was slightly distorted. And so if you look at this is just in the middle part of the screen, so it looks like the same format as a proper kind of vertical game. You can see here there's black bars on either side. On the 1940, this would have been stretched out, so these planes would have looked wider, the clouds would have looked wider. It used the full screen, but it didn't feel like you were playing the original game, which personally we didn't like, so we actually changed that to match these 1315 boards. So the 1940 and the 1315 boards both do the same thing. Let me go back to the main menu. Another thing that we did with these boards that we thought was really helpful is we changed this. So previously, if you put this in a 4-player machine, you would have to open the machine up, flip the dip switch on a bank 2, and then use the small daughter board to hit switch between the 2-player mode and the 3 or 4-player mode. Well, we solved this by actually changing some of the code around so that now you just push the second button on player 1 and it switches to the 4-player games, and you can go back and forth that way. You can still use the first button on player 1 to switch between the lists once you're in one of the modes, but it allows you to actually change between the two modes by just using that button. Finally, one thing we did on the request of a few people is that we put the shutdown function on the 1940 boards. So now the 1940 list is actually a 1941 list, and you can see that it has shut down on the top, which makes it a little bit gentler on the drive when you shut it down. Finally, just as a quick note, one of the key differences between us and a lot of our competition is all of our hard drives, processors, and fans are sourced in the US. We actually use copper cord fans, not the aluminum cord that most people use. And we assemble these here. We don't trust the overseas manufacturing. So if you see the 1.7 or the 2.4 chips, those are both imports. They're imported assembled. The hard drives are probably 20 to 40 gig. They can get them in 80 gig. We actually install 120 gig in all of ours because we tell people that if you buy from us and there's an upgraded drive, we get it. We will upgrade it for you. Just ship your drive to us and pay us the shipping back, and we'll give you the new drive. So, if anybody out there has bought a 1940 from us and wants these new features, just send us a drive. We're happy to upgrade it. And this is Brian with Paradise Arcade Shop. Thanks for watching.